This is Oxford Street in central London, still regarded by many as the nation's most famous high street. But it's also at the centre of a big political row because the Mayor of London, Sir Sadiq Khan, has it on his shopping list. He wants to seize power here in Oxford Street to enable him to drive through a sort of part-pedestrianisation of the street. Now, what will this mean for residents and businesses? Well, some members of the London Assembly have been here today to find out.
He needs to bring an awful lot more detail about the actual pedestrianisation. It's one of those things that sounds very easy to the rest of the world until you actually look at what those challenges are.
I think that the Mayor has to do a lot more work when it comes to how he approaches the next steps towards pedestrianisation of Oxford Street. We can't do it without bringing people in the local community together. We can't do it without building trust. We can't do it without having transparency and openness. And those are the things that I'm really worried about right now.
The lack of information and the lack of plans is leading people to be worried about all sorts of details that actually, without that information, we don't know whether those fears are founded or not.
So what is it that Sir Sadiq wants to do with Oxford Street? Well, primarily to pedestrianise the western section of the street between Oxford Circus and Selfridges. How would he do this? Well, essentially by moving buses away from that part of the street, also moving the taxis away. They would have to use Wigmore Street to the north of Oxford Street or other surrounding streets. How is he doing this? Well, by setting up what he calls a mayoral development corporation, a sort of city hall quango, which would assume the powers currently held by Westminster Council and also by Camden Council up at Tottenham Court Road. Will that happen? Well, a consultation is ongoing just now. It's due to close at the start of May. After that, we will see what the outcome is, but it's probably likely that Sir Sadiq will gain powers over Oxford Street, but it may be a year or two before we actually see changes on the ground.